Now we're going to start to put the rest of the covers on the machine. We already have the front panel on the machine, but we'll start by putting on the rear now. So we'll turn the machine around, and let's take a look at the wires on the top. Make sure you don't have too much slack and that they're in the proper position. Go to the top, make sure they're routed properly, push down on them a little bit, and make sure that the rear cover will not end up pinching into them. Make sure that the presser foot lifter is down, so when you put the rear cover on, you do not snap it off. Line up the rear panel and work it around the presser foot lifter. Make sure that the right side is going to lock into position properly, and place that behind the screw. And we're going to start putting the front panel towards the rear panel and eating up that gap, making sure that the clips hold together nicely. Once we have this, we're going to start by screwing in the rear cover. So first we have the screw towards the top, and we're going to screw that all the way in, and we're going to replace the white cap. Next we're going to turn the machine around so we can look at the right hand side, and we have the screw at the top of the rear cover, which we're going to tighten. Now that we have the rear in, we're going to start with the front. So we have the screw underneath the hand wheel that we're going to tighten. We're going to turn the machine around, and we're going to go through the left hand side of the machine. Underneath the zigzag motor, we'll place the screwdriver going in towards the machine, and we're going to tighten that Phillips head screw as well. And we'll turn the machine around from the rear, and we have the two screws, the one that goes through the hole and the one that's on the tip of the free arm. These screws are very important, and make sure they go through the rear and they hold the front panel on nice and strong. So once you have those screws in, we're going to take the machine, we're going to turn around, and we're going to test out the front panel. Push all the way, making sure that the front panel is not interfering. Now we're going to lay the machine down. We're going to grab our base plate, make sure we have it facing the correct way, slide it on over the feet, and start to fit it into position, making sure that all the tabs and the clips lock together. Now we can start with the two smaller Phillips head screws. These are the longer ones that you have. And we're going to make sure we put them in towards the top of that base plate, making sure that it's going to hold the front panel on nicely. And we're going to replace the other larger Phillips head screws to the bottom of the base plate. Now we have the smaller screw that goes through the hole that's on the bottom leg. Make sure that you use the smaller screw. If it was the longer one, it would pinch through and make a dimple or crack the white plastic on the top. Now that we have the base plate attached, we're going to stand the machine up and turn it so we can look at the right hand side, and we're going to grab the belt cover. Now the belt cover we're going to start to fit on from the left hand side first, making sure that all the clips and the tabs are on, and we're going to push it towards the rear cover. Check the line, make sure it's all nice, that there's no gaps, and if there is no gaps, we can take the screw and start to put it in underneath the hand wheel area. And we're going to replace the white cap. Once we have that in, we can lay the machine down once again. And we have a screw that goes on the bottom through the base plate and holds the belt cover on.